I've been watching and analyzing and of course actively participating in the design market for the past 35 years, which has been my active time in this field. How design trends are created and how they are hyped sometimes, overrated, but more often ignorance leads to isolation in the market. Thinking about design trends can be quite challenging. So this is the process when we are trying to figure out what are the next design trends coming up, and in this process it's very much important that we consider the spirit of the time. I would like to share insights into the evolving world of design and wooden furniture. We cannot think about furniture design without also considering the concept of dwelling, culture developments and shifts within the same. All this is going hand in hand with new design philosophies, current market dynamics, and how business can align with the latest trends to capture the attention of modern consumers. I will also talk about the effects of global events and happenings and how they impact on consumers' behavior and the differences in standards caused by culture variations. I've divided my presentation into a few chapters, which are as follows. We would like to show you this. First, I would like to give a small introduction into what is design. So this is a word commonly used, but design is creation of products. This may be analog and as well as digital. A well-known Japanese designer, his name is Toshiyuki Kita, once said, design is art which needs reproduction. But design is more complex than this. It's a process between different parties. It's not the single work of one company or a single person. It's a joint venture for a project or of a time between industry, producer and the design team. Sometimes influenced by a briefing from a third party. The success of a project is based on the team spirit created between these parties. We have a small... Good design. When we talk about good design, we don't just mean aesthetics, but also functionality and ease of use. Thoughtful design not only makes it easy to interact with a product, it also increases the efficiency of cognitive processes. Think about the furniture you use every day. Good design enables users to interact with products effortless and promotes a sense of satisfaction and enjoyment. Good design harmonizes functionality, aesthetics and subsidiarity. It solves problems, enhances users' experience and endures over time. Think of iconic pieces like the Hans Wegener chairs. Hans Wegener chairs or the Arne Jacobsen chairs from Denmark. The iconic cyclist chair by German designer Peter Mardi. All beautiful, comfortable and timeless. So, question is, can design increase your business? So, to answer this, we must understand what is design and what is design not. It is often said that the inner values are the ones that count. But if that is not entirely true, what if appearance counts too? What if we can judge a book by its cover? So, and what if good looks are sometimes everything? Design is more than visual appeal. It's strategic tool that can shape brand identity and consumers' perception. It evokes emotion, tells a story and fosters connection. For furniture, this means creating pieces that resonate with their personal experiences and values. The power of design lies in its ability to influence purchasing and decisions, to influence purchasing decisions and build brand loyalty. But can design do it alone? I would like to highlight that the path to success is like the 5 fingers of our hand, with design being one of them. Only when all the fingers work together, we can create success. The speed and power needed to drive a useful and thriving business. The tool which can combine all this together is often named as design management. Ensuring that production, marketing, quality and corporate identity are speaking one language, matching the design philosophy. This design management is a very important tool, and I from my experience in the last year, say companies who follow this principle, who bring all things together, are successful. Where this is not happening, you are not seen. Design, philosophy, and corporate identity. Why does it matter? If I want to be recognized in the market, I have to give something to be recognized for. The USP and the UPI, unique selling proposition, unique product identifier, is not only applicable on your final product, but as well as on your company. You have to live your corporate identity, breathe your philosophy to make it visible. Do not fake it. Choose something which you really represent. A company's philosophy must be truly lived, not just spoken about. If you try to do everything within the company, it can dilute its unique identity. Embrace and embody the identity you promote. Corporate identity can be a team-building tool and unite the members for a common task and goal. Culture differences are fascinating, aren't they? In India, you can fill up your car with diesel and your fridge with vegetables from the same brand. In foreign markets, the customer do not buy that stretch. Important key points for building up your corporate identity for your company through design can be authenticity. Reflect your core values in design. Stick to your concepts without getting into stagnation. Consistency. Make sure all your products match your brand's identity. Create systems that make your company known for being trustworthy and reliable. In a fast-moving world, reliability is a growing value. Let me give an example. For example, it can take time building up a business in foreign markets. So when your partner from that foreign market comes, it might take 18 months until he is ready to place the order of the product itself. For him, it is very important. He knows that can work for the same price. It can work with the same partner. Storytelling. Share the stories behind your design. Consumers connect with narratives. But be aware that this has its limits. We do not like to be overloaded with each detail about our products. Upcoming requirements through Supply Chain Act, similar documentations are another burden of information overload. That please bear in mind. Let's come to design trends. Thank you. The upcoming years promise a blend of tradition and innovation. We have global design trends, but the interpretation of the same varies a lot from market to market, and this is a very important point. We have the same trends in Europe, we have them similar in South America, we have them in North America, but the interpretation varies. So when you have clients for these in these kind of markets, you have to see taste varies. Understanding the furniture design requires a look at how people change their homes and will dwell in the future, following their own emotional and personal requirements. So we can say we have an ongoing move from simplicity in interior design to a more complex, expressive design. The straight lines of the furniture made by icons like the designer David Parson do not play the major role anymore. After we have seen the pickup of design lines from the 50s, these get more elaborated and matched with the emerging needs to turn more to nature. This reflects in material, colors and construction, as well as in the joinery. It reflects in avoiding unwanted materials. To give an example, Team 7, a video is running in the height, leading manufacturer of wood furniture and beds in Europe, has recently shown their new bed designs avoiding any metal in the whole construction, based on the research that metal parts increase radiations which are in our world, speaking out of natural radiations, and of course the ones created by mobile phone towers, a proven source for cancer. Before we go in detail, let's have a look at what we furnish. Our homes, of course. These homes include the garden areas. The outer section is, for example, one of the growing market segments, with a requirement of sophisticated, suitable, skin-friendly materials, taking into account the wear and tear and the harsh environment. Leaving an upholstered sofa in the rain in your garden and cleaning it with high-pressure water jet is a standard you have to match these days. Not worrying any fungus can harm the same. The sentence, home is wherever I lay my head, does not really apply these days in a positive way. Our homes are a retreat, a source of comfort, a shelter from external pressure. German poet Goethe once said, "Here I am human, here I can be me." The word gets closer and more condensed, so the requirement of privacy rises. No wonder many people rediscover the old wing chairs. So, all their freshly designed descents. It's comforting the trend we see coming back, the cocooning effect. Strong in times of Corona, the rising concerns and the effect, the fear of losing an adapted comfort zone are reflected here. After Corona, we saw a hype of tourism. People went out to explore the world, returning now back to their homes. Uncertainty of economical situations and the ongoing wars with the fear of breaking markets, terroristic attacks, forcing a change in the behavior of many people. So we can expect that the number of furniture and interiors sold in the next 3 years will rise again. And here are some of the trends. Sustainability and eco-friendly design is an ongoing trend and will continue. But already mentioned, the turn to nature is a stronger stream in that trend now. Non-toxic finishes, safer for homes and the environment, fulfill both principles of which the new generation is demanding. Certified sources for wood and other materials. This will also include the stones and marble used. With minimalism is losing importance, monochromatic concepts are gaining it. The color trends where furniture will have to suit to, very important, are natural colors, earth tones. The white wall is replaced with darker grays, shadows of brown, beige, green in all its palettes. While you will see that in overseas markets the combination with metal in shiny and sometimes also glossy finishes are visible, the European market turns away from such effects, which have been strong in the past. The background against which furniture is displayed is not fully described here. However, red in its various forms, such as burgundy and earthy red tones, is making a comeback. In contrast to these, Pantone has announced 4 colors, including Future Dust and Mid-Tone Blue as the trend color for 2025. They also introduced a matcha tone as their latest favorite in recent days. Why these color trends are important for you as a furniture manufacturer? Because they are part of the dwellings. Your furniture will be displayed in rooms like this. So your colors, which you are using in your furniture, have to match these trends. Color is a product which is marketed by several companies. Many companies introduce these colors. The thing is, they push these colors into the market. People will orientate themselves. Their homes get changed, and so their taste gets changed. Furniture will have to suit to it. Let's speak a little bit about this generation. These colors will make their way into the homes of a new generation, couples aged 25 to 35, who hold different values than the generations before. Why I'm choosing this generation is the people who are 25 to 35, they are your main clients. They start the families, they move into houses, they invest money. People who are 60, they already settled. They seldom buy something new, and if they buy something new, they buy a new kitchen. It's true, huh? So no need to mention that organic shapes are more welcome as before, especially when space is not a limitation. Bear that in mind. Moving away from rigid lines, expect softer organic shapes that evoke comfort and fluidity. Authentic materials, genius materials, referred as honest materials, are not only keywords. And you do not have to be a member of the last generation to understand that the future is here. Materials like linen, natural wool, with up to the market treatment, replace artificial modern textiles in the interiors. Weaving elements are back in furniture design, in a modern interpretation of old patterns. Materials are one thing, craftsmanship another. After we have seen the importance of haptic, texture, the focus on traditional joints, the joy of the perfection of craftsmanship experience a rebirth in the design world. And there's a rising trend of revisiting heritage and embracing old values. It doesn't mean completely turning back into integration traditional craftsmanship with modern aesthetics. See, in Rajasthan we have craftsmanship which is so rich. This is a perfect opportunity to blend heritage with modern design. And this is your task. In some American magazines, there is even talk about the rediscovery of old British furniture styles. However, as mentioned before, I personally do not believe it can be solved that simple. Clearly, the recent changes in the region reflect a shift towards a more conservative values and search for symbolic items to represent or mirror the same. For some people, homes also serve as a showroom, a way to display their values, wherever these values are the traditional ones or a turn towards an eco-friendly, nature-based lifestyle. Both are not as contradictory as you may think. Looking at the European continent, it requires to distinguish between regions and the age groups, which also apply to the same worldwide. Let me speak again about the very important consumer group right now in the coming years, the millennials. A group which are well established in their careers and are ready to invest in their homes as they plan to start families. They prioritize comfort, quality and design in their purchases. Items like stylish, functional furniture for their homes or thoughtful decor pieces that balance with the practical are in high demand. This is a group that looks for long-term investments in design that fits their growing families. And this group is ready to spend money. Some minutes ago I announced the end of minimalism in the design trends. But it's not fully gone. I would say it has transformed. Replacing materials, introducing natural materials, rediscovery, so to speak, we see a rising influence of traditions like the Japanese tradition of wabi-sabi. Modern interpretations combine the colors and materials shift we mentioned. Craftsmanship, the cold elements of minimalism have been replaced. And even you see room for decorative elements and patterns. Craftsmanship, as mentioned here before. But they are not that obtrusive, not that hard coming into the eye. In contrast, Generation Z prefers a more expressive design style, seeking unique items that are bold, vibrant, much like neon lights in the colorful world of mangas and games. In conclusion, design is about more than just looks. It's about functionality, sustainability, and emotional connection. Current trends focus on nature-inspired designs, authentic materials, and craftsmanship. For business, success lies in creating products that align with consumer values and needs. The future of design blends tradition with innovation, offering exciting opportunities for those who adapt.